absence of movement soothed his eyes. The cool surface of the table relaxed his muscles. The clean, filtered air lulled his olfactory nerves to minimal activity. But the sweetest sensation of all was the near silence of the interrogation room. For a normal person, the silence would have been absolute. For Drew, it was close enough. He didn't have to concentrate at all to ignore the extremely dampened sounds outside the room. For now, there were no invaders, neither light nor dark. In this sterile room, he could almost convince himself that it was all a bad dream, that the invaders weren't real, and that if he could just clear himself in Sydney, life would be normal. Oh, how he dreamed of normal. Drew was tempted to shut down completely, but he knew he had to mentally prepare for the interrogation to come. How much did they know? How much should he tell? Was prison his destination regardless of what he said? After all, he had assaulted 2 FBI agents. No matter what the outcome or his motivation, they would never let that slide. Severe repercussions were inevitable. His thoughts turned to Ben. He hoped his quirky genius friend would stay level-headed enough to implement the alternate plan. Ben was on his own now, once again lost in the sea of humanity. He had learned a lot, and now his ability to disappear would determine if he lived or died. Drew shuddered to think of Ben up against an invisible enemy by himself. And finally there was Sydney Carlyle. What would her role be in all of this? Drew had determined that the FBI was clueless in regard to the invader war, but Sydney was not. Was she a secret agent of the Light invaders? Her actions in the warehouse had directly affected the outcome, giving the Light invaders the upper hand right when they needed it. He would have to conceal her abilities from the FBI too. After 2 hours of analyzing and preparing himself, he grew tired. He laid his head on the table between his outstretched arms and tried to relax again. How long would they leave him there? With his ear against the table surface, some of the sounds in the building were amplified enough for him to pick up, especially with the calm of the room soothing his other senses. He filtered out the whir of the air conditioning system, footsteps, and a low rumble of background noise that must be voices. There was one set of voices much stronger than the rest. If he concentrated, he could just make out the words. "What have we learned from the girl?" Drew lifted his head and put his other ear to the table to see if the voices were any clearer, but it was the same. He turned his head so his face was away from the one-way mirror to his left and concentrated. "Don't think she's trying to hide anything. No record. Looks like she just got mixed up with the wrong guy. That's irrelevant. She's an accomplice to a man suspected of plotting the massacre at Drill University, and she aided and abetted him when she knew he was running from the FBI. She's not innocent, and she's got a cell with her name on it too." Drew's heart sank. He had ruined Sydney's life by asking for her help and bringing her into this mess. His stomach knotted as he thought of his beautiful, innocent Sydney sitting in a prison cell. He had to do everything in his power to negotiate on her behalf, no matter what it might cost him. Humility and honesty were his best play, as long as he didn't mention the invaders. If the FBI believed he was schizophrenic, there would be nothing he could do on Sydney's behalf. He wondered how much she had told them. If he knew, he might have an advantage. "Did you buy her bit regarding the industrial espionage? Seems far-fetched." "Dunno. We need to find Berg. He's the biggest piece we're missing. Let's go find out what this criminal knows. Hey, Lewis, this guy can't be all bad. Even the police think he's some sort of hero. And if he did what those kids said he did, I don't know. Come on, Reed. He assaulted both of us, and he knew we were federal agents. That alone puts him behind bars for a long time. This jerk is going down before there are any more shootings and innocent lives lost. Don't get soft on me. Got it?" "Yeah, I got it, but what?" "The warehouse. I was there, Lewis. Do you know what he did in that building to save those people?" "Yeah. He went on another shooting rampage. He shot 11 gang members. None of them died. Maybe he's just a lousy shot. Or maybe he's an expert shot. Are you soft on this guy, Reed? Do I need to look for another investigator?" "No, I'm just saying that this guy may actually be one of the good guys, that's all. Let's let the evidence speak for itself." "Absolutely, Reed, and it's screaming for a conviction." Drew heard a door open. "Agents Lewis, Reed,